What's up, guys? Down here at Felix Medina Racing, and we're about to dyno my Corvette. Let's see your guesses. Here I am 1 week post-op, right? Post-operation. Let's see if I can take you for a tour around here. So this is all healing very nicely. You can rub it upside down, doesn't hurt. And this is the first day I'm able to touch this. So for the last week, I've been spraying saline solution on this because I wasn't able to get it wet or touch it, or you didn't want it to get infected. Now that it's healed a week later, I'm in sort of good shape. I can touch it, and like 1 or 2 more showers and this will all wash off. So no pain, 3 to 6 months, this is all gonna grow in. Whatever little hairs are here should fall out, but that's what they looked like before. And then 3 to 6 months, and then a year, ultimately, all of this will grow back. And I'll give you an update. You see me all the time, so you'll see me with more hair. Should be pretty cool, worth the effort thus far. The recovery was a cinch. It was less than a week. So as soon as you see this stuff clean up, I'll look significantly different. I'll grow my hair back in, and we'll be back in the game. You want to check them out? Keeps.com/Rob Ferretti for your hair restoration needs. And so far, so good. All right, guys, what's up? Rob Ferretti here, and we're down at Felix Medina Racing down in South Amboy, New Jersey. It's about 40 miles south of me. Drove this guy down here, making about 4 pounds of boost. We were doing some break-in miles on this while I was waiting to get it tuned. The changes that we did, as I point out, we have the dry sump here. We've got the new engine, and we've got the new Garrett turbo. And add those all up, the old tune worked enough to get it around, worked enough to run about 4 or 5 pounds of boost. After that, started breaking up. And we put it on the dyno, shows you what breaking up looks like. That's where it's misfiring. So we did a couple of pulls, and we got it to a happy spot for pump gas. Bump the boost up a little bit. We're running 12 pounds now. Making 596 horsepower, 514 foot-pounds of torque at 12 pounds of boost. Now we're going to put it up to like 14 pounds of boost, maybe 15. We were running into about 9 to 10 degrees of timing. We didn't want to go above like 14 degrees of timing on pump gas. And then we just said, why are we running this on pump gas? We just running 85. So we've got the flex fuel sensor here. We're going to wire into the fuel rail over here. And he just didn't have the fittings to do it now. But we're going to run E85 on the thing. And the flex fuel sensor means I can put whatever gas I want into it whenever, and it'll auto adjust. So that'll go here, somewhere in line with that fuel line. But that'll be able to get us up into the 750 to 900 wheel horsepower range on the current setup. We set a target boost number of 14. The boost fluctuates throughout, but it's anywhere between like 11 and 13. There was a little bit of knock noise when we advanced the timing a little bit, so we're like, you know what? It's making some good enough horsepower. Let's do 1 pull, finish it off, and that's when we came up with this.
All right. We added a little bit of timing. We're at 9 degrees of timing.
Bump it up a little bit. And that resulted in 603 horsepower at the wheels and 545 foot-pounds of torque on a Pro Hub dyno. It's a hub dyno. You put it on, put the car up in the air. Different than the roller dyno. But pretty smooth, little bit of a roller coaster there on the torque curve. Fairly linear on the horsepower. It's a light car. 600 horsepower is plenty for now on the street. I'll get a couple of more miles on it. We'll bring it down to Doug. We're going to do an oil flush on this. We got to put the oil cooler on it. We'll switch to the flex fuel, and this thing should be good to kick some ass. We're going to put some knobs in here just so we can adjust different boost settings. It's going to auto adjust the boost, but I can set it up when I'm on a road course. I don't need to do 24 pounds of boost or something like that. So we'll get that all set up. And then the Corvette's pretty much done to enjoy. So Felix Medina Racing, you want to see some cars? There's some cars. There's a modified Toyota Supra, single turbo. This car makes a lot of horse puppies. You can tell when they've got the ET Streets on the back. They like the boogie. Supras, Lambos, twin turbo 458. Here's a turbo Mustang. You don't see these too often. And of course I'm going where it's loud. But you don't see a lot of twin turbo Mustangs out there. Outside you got more Lambos. You got Brandon driving a twin turbo Tesla. First of its kind. GTRs. I mean, this is usual tuning shop, like a bunch of GTRs, Lambos, Porsches. Another Supra hiding over there. I'm not a big fan of the wingless Supras. I'm gonna be honest with you. So that's all she wrote at Felix Medina Racing. We're out here. We're gonna put some miles on this, drive it back up to New York. We're gonna have about 400 miles on this current engine and start enjoying it for the spring. And we'll be back, I'd say, within a month. We'll have the flex fuel and everything else done. When I go get my Supra from ECS, I'll swap it for this. They can do the oil flush, the oil cooler, and we'll be good to go on that. Thank you for watching. If you want more Corvette updates, they'll be coming. I've had this car for 20 years now, so it's like a part of my family, and you want it to run good and make some good horsepower. I'm finally just gonna go give up and say, like, let's make some big horsepower numbers instead of being the guy who's like 600's plenty. Because 600's not plenty. Like in the world of fast cars, everybody wants like 800. So at least we'll make 800 and it'll do what it has to do when it has to do it. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.